We want to catch you up on some news from today. On the eve of All-Star Weekend, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver issued some of the stiffest fines ever assessed for apparent tanking-related offenses. The league fined the Jazz $500,000 for, quote, conduct detrimental to the league, end quote, stemming from Utah's second-half usage of stars Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr. in 2 games last week. The NBA also fined the Pacers $100,000 for violating the league's player participation policy for benching multiple starters, including Pascal Siakam, who were later deemed healthy enough to play. Commissioner Silver said in a statement, quote, overt behavior like this that prioritizes draft position over winning undermines the foundation of NBA competition, and we will respond accordingly to any further actions that compromise the integrity of our games. Additionally, we are working with our competition committee and board of governors to implement further measures to root out this type of conduct, end quote. Now, meanwhile, Jazz coach Will Hardy was asked about the fine after tonight's game.
The league fined you guys right before the game. Do you have any thoughts on that fine?
No.
So if they continue to fine you for, say, sitting Lowry or in the fourth quarter, would you avoid doing that moving forward?
I sat Lowry because he was on a minutes restriction. So if our medical team puts a minutes restriction on Lowry, I'll try to keep Lowry healthy.
All right, now, Jazz owner Ryan Smith posted this. We've got the rolling eye emoji, followed by agree to disagree. Also, we won the game in Miami and got fined. That makes sense. All right, so clearly a lot to unpack here, but UD, I'm going to start with you. As we look at the NBA as a whole, what do you think about the idea of tanking, how it is seen around the league, and what we can do?
I don't agree with it. I just feel like there's a karma to the game, and I just feel like at some point it catches up with you. Yeah, you might get that draft pick you want, but you're probably not going to win that year for whatever reason. I just believe the karma of the game catches up with you at some point. So if you step out there and you're not pure about your intentions of going out there and win and playing the game at the highest level and, you know, giving your teammates your best specific effort that particular night, I just believe that catches up with you eventually. So I don't believe in taking the easy way out. I believe in playing your minutes hard, playing your season hard, letting the chips fall where they may, and figuring out from there. That's just me.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, look, as players, I actually don't think that tanking is a thing that players themselves, first of all, no one wants to lose, right? And it's hard to tell, even young players. Like, if you're going to go play your young guys, I mean, you saw, sorry, UD, but the Miami game, they put the young boys in, and they closed it out, right? Like, from a player standpoint, it's really hard to say, hey, guys, we're trying to pull back here because these guys are going to go out and play, you know, whether it's for a contract, whether it's just to prove themselves if you're a young guy or you're a vet and you're trying to extend your career. I think the change needs to come from above. I think there's literally incentive for teams to sort of tank the back end of their season or manage their roster incorrectly, I guess, in the way the NBA put it. But
Nice
you know,
spin.
it's not good for the game. It definitely affects the integrity of the game. But at the same time, you know, every team is trying to do exactly what's right for them. And unfortunately, it's worked for teams, right? Like, we've seen teams tank, we've seen teams get high draft picks, and we've seen teams rebuild themselves very quickly because of those high draft picks. So the system needs to change.
Yeah, I agree. It's time to overlook the whole system and overlook it. You know, that Utah pick is top 8 protected. So, of course, they actually have a reason to get a higher pick, to keep that pick in a loaded draft next year. So, for me, then, it's time to look at the system. What can we do different? Does everybody that's not in the playoffs get the same amount of balls just to eliminate tanking? I'm not sure. I mean, that's something we need to look at hard. But the money fines, they're nice. They look nice, but I don't think that's going to matter. You know, if Utah gets the whatever top 3 pick and they paid $500,000 now, that's not going to matter to them. It's not going to worry about that. They still got what they want, and that's a top 3 pick. So I think this is the biggest problem we have in the league, that the way I see it, and it's been going on way too long. So we need to get on it. We need meetings. We need to nip this as soon as we can in the bud, and yeah, just try to find a system where it's incentivized at the end for teams still to push it and still win.
Yeah, and let's say this, and let's be honest. This is a bigger problem than the Utah Jazz. And that,
Yeah, for
having
sure.
for years.
But I'm going to say this about the Utah Jazz. If you have your best player on a minute restriction, you use all the minutes in the first 3 quarters, so you can't have them at the end. So we all know how that goes. So we understand, Coach, but don't insult our intelligence up here. We're not going to let you do that to us. And I saw the game in Miami. You don't have to say sorry to me. We should have won that game. They tried to give it to us. But your young guys came in and they played well. And shout out to them and credit to them. But don't try to insult our intelligence. We're watching what's going on here. We're all watching.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, I know that we all agree the integrity of the game is the most paramount. You don't want to lose the faith of the fans, of the players. So getting this nipped in the bud is of the utmost importance. So I'm Taylor Rooks with NBA on Prime. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see interviews with your favorite players, experience the most exciting moments from around the league, and see what the NBA on Prime crew is up to all season long. And remember, you can hang out with us live each week during the NBA season, only on Prime.